Shalom. Start giving all praises due to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah. Rakar Kadar, respect and honor to the teachers, elders, and apostles who taught me this word. And salutations to all you brothers out there laying your life down on the front line to teach this gospel of truth. Okay? So, what I've been meditating on this month is this scripture here. I'm not going to do a lot of talking. I'm going to do most of the scriptures in these videos that I want to show. Okay? And the first one is, I believe, 1 John 2. 1 John 2:26. This is all I want to be written on. Okay, these things I have written unto you concerning them that seduce you. That's the foundation of this topic. These things have I written unto you concerning them that seduce you. Okay? And then we're going to go on from there. And then I'm going to read Deuteronomy 11 and 16. Deuteronomy 11 and 16. Take heed to yourselves, that your heart be not deceived, and you turn aside and serve other gods and worship them. Read it again. Take heed to yourselves, that your heart be not deceived, your mind, okay? And you turn aside and serve other gods and worship them. And one of the ways that you serve other gods, by you embracing their indoctrination. Doctrination and their curriculum is on an all-time high. That's why I have written these things for them that seduce you in 1 John 2:26. Okay? I have written these things for them that seduce you. This is the monthly topic. This is the yearly topic, but this is my foundation of this video. And then it says, take heed to yourselves that your heart, your mind be not deceived, and you turn aside and serve other gods and worship them. Well, we know the whole world, majority of them, except for the elect, okay, the men of Israel that's preaching this gospel of truth, okay, to detox you from the world and their philosophies and their indoctrination, okay? Read on. And verse 17, and then the Lord's wrath be kindled against you, and he shut up the heaven, that there be no rain, and that the land yield not her fruit, unless you perish quickly from off the good land which the Lord give you. Therefore shall you these my words in your heart, your mind. How do you do that? You have to stay in this book, keeping the commandments, praying, fasting, so you don't get indoctrinated. You don't get bit by the world bug. You don't get indoctrinated by the C-Def doctrine. Okay? Therefore shall you lay up these my words in your heart and in your soul, and bind them for a sign upon your hand, that they may be in frontlets between your eyes. What is frontlets? Frontlets, to bind, ornaments worn on the forehead, particularly phylacteries, all right, which were worn in the manner, and also on the arms, which was worn in this manner and also on the arms. Okay, and let's go back. Okay, now let's go to the Strong Concordance. Because now we don't need to write that. We wear the border of blue. And the border of blue also reminds you of the things so you don't be deceived. You could go back to these commandments. That's why it's important to wear those borders of blue. It's a spiritual thing. Okay? It's a spiritual thing. And wouldn't you say in this kind of world we need things to remind us that, because everybody else will do it. Sometimes you may not consciously thinking you might do something like that. Well, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully you got to stand firm spiritually. Like, you know, you might slip up on something, but hopefully it's nothing high. Something like the condemnation. All right? So let's see what frontlets are. Oh. We got to finish this. To bind them for a sign upon your hand, that they may be frontlets. Here we go.
Strong's H2903. Totafoth. Totafoth.
Okay. For unused root meaning to go around or bind, a fillet for the forehead, a frontlet. Okay. So now we use that the fringes and the borders of blue in Numbers 15:38. Okay, but the frontlets is what they let me see what the dictionary would say, so you could get a better understanding of it. Let's hit that. This word is found in Matthew 23:5. Let's read that. But all their works they do for to be seen of men. They make broad their phylacteries, and enlarge their border of their garments. Okay. And our Lord's denunciation of the Pharisees, who, in order that their works might be seen of men, and their zeal for their forms of religion, make broad their phylacteries and enlarge the borders of their garments. The corresponding word in the Old Testament is tapath. It's tapath. All right? Where in translated frontlets. The rendering, however, is not at all certain and may have been read in the text from its later interpretation. Okay, it says corresponding word of 1316, Zikaron, memorial, a reminder. Okay, see, and the parallel clauses of both verses. Corresponding word, a sign upon the hand, also used for the sign which Yahweh, they put Yahweh, appointed for Cain. Appointed for Cain, it may be rendered then as a mark or ornament of a jewel and used figuratively of Yahweh's law as an ornament or jewel to the forehead of the Israelite, a reference to the charm of an amulet worn by the pagan. The word used in the Talmud for phylactery is talapila, a prayer or prayer band, indicating it is used theoretically as a reminder of the law. All right, and you can look up the more of it. It's a lot. Okay, because that's not what I'm here for, but I want you to do the rest of it. All right, so let's go back. And it says, in frontlets between your eyes, and you shall teach them your children, speaking of them, when thou sits. Wait, come on. When thou sits in thy house, and when thou walks by the way, when thou lies down, and when thou rise up. And then it says, and thou shalt write them upon the doorposts of thy house and upon thy gates, that your days may be multiplied and the days of your children in the land which the Lord swore unto your fathers to give them, as the days of heaven and the earth. Okay, for if you diligently keep these commandments, which I command you to do them, to love the Lord your power, to walk in his ways and cleave unto him, then will the Lord drive out all these nations from before you. And you shall possess greater nations and mightier than yourself. So these, obviously our people is not keeping this. All right, so we do know that. But what did it, 1 John 2:26 stated? It says, these things are written for them that seduce you. A lot of things the people are seducing us. So I'm going to hold on for those two. those two scriptures for now, and I'm going to show you two videos of things in the world that's considered seducing you. All right? And seducing means to deceive you, to make you walk off of your course. Okay? So here's the first one.
WISC TV editorial with editorial director Neil Heinen.
There is another crisis in our nation, an epidemic at least, if you are black and male. And for this crisis, we are not all in this together, and it is immoral that we are not. The victims are African American men, but this is a white disease, and it will not end without white people making it end. The reason some police officers in some communities kill black men is because too many white people condone the killing of black men. We enable the hiring of police officers who kill black men, and we support police departments that allow killing black men to happen.
Now, the reason why I use this first illustration on that, first of all, we killing each other. Okay? And one of the things is when I wrote First John, not I wrote, but the Lord wrote, First John 2:26, these things are written for them that seduce you. One of the things how they seduce you, these polices and these so-called Edomites or the children of Esau, if you're from that lineage, these are your enemies. Stop trying to eat with them. Stop trying to make a covenant with them. Because by you making a covenant with them, you're making a covenant with death. Yeah. By you making a covenant with them, you're making a covenant with death. Your covenant is only supposed to be with the Lord, with Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shah, who people ignorantly called God and Jesus. That's who your covenant, which is in the law. That's why this book is your book. Okay? So that's the first thing that I wanted to play, because that's you're trying to join hands in hand with your enemies. And a lot of you don't even realize who your enemies. Okay, you could do, if you might have to do business with them, you might have to work with them and stuff like that. But stop acting like these are your friends, man. And you got a history of what they've been doing to you. And you love them more than your own people. I see so many of our people try to befriend them than their own people. And that is Stockholm Syndrome as well. Love your oppressor, but hate the people that look like you. Okay?
This is not a police problem, especially the overwhelming majority of good, compassionate, moral, responsible police officers. This is a problem of an absurd number of American cities with police departments where police officers kill black men and white citizens in those communities refusing to act to stop it.
Okay, that's another one. Another indoctrination, okay, that we're going to put on here is, let's go back. Oh, this is the number one. I don't know which one I'm going to put on here. So many of these. I can't see how one can say this ain't true. I just can't see that. Let's do this one.
Implants are a very versatile technology that can be used for many different things. And right now it's very convenient to have a COVID passport always accessible on your implant.
1 John 2:26. These things have I written for them that seduce you. These things have I written for these things have I written for them that seduce you. What are they seducing you with? Okay? And we clearly speak on this. This is the number one thing that we speak on. Prophets, the Lord speak on these things. Okay? This is what they were doing during the so-called the pandemic. This was the number one thing that they were seducing people to do. And many people fell entrapped for it. And here's the thing. This is my next video I'm going to work on. Anything that I put down in these videos or anything that I read from the Bible, because anything that I read from the Bible is not coming from me. This is coming from out of the Lord's mouth. And he's saying it. It's coming out of the Lord's mouth, and his prophets are speaking it. So it's divine interpreted. It's divine interpreted. Okay, it's not a man's making his own thing up, or me making my own thing up. Everything is coming from the Bible. It is the foundation. It is the rock. It is the house of the Lord's, and it is his attributes to give on earth. It's not me. So if you got anything against what I'm saying out of these scriptures, write a letter and say, "Dear God," because that's what you're going to say, "Dear God." Okay, because that's what you know him as. So you're going to say, "Dear God, dear Christ, Jesus Christ," you know what I'm saying? Write him a letter against what you have. Don't take it up with him, because this is what he said. So write your letter to God, okay? That who you ignorantly call God. I know his name. His name is Yahweh, and his son name is Yahweh Shah. So write a letter to him and saying your statements of what you got against it, what you got against what we're saying, or the words of the Lord, not me. Don't take this up against me. Write a letter to the Lord and mail it to him, his address. Okay? So that's one of them. Look at that. Look at this. Elon Musk brain chip demonstration.
In a lot of ways, it's kind of like a Fitbit in your skull with tiny wires.
Neuralink wants to connect our brains to computers, and now it's showed off a device reading a pig's brain signals in...
Oh, remember, a chip is a chip. Okay? Whether it's in your wrist, your arm, or even in your brain. Okay? A chip is a chip.
Real time. But how does it work? And will it turn you into a cyborg? I'm going to break it all down for you. Elon Musk is at it again. This time he was unveiling a new brain-computer interface. It's called the Link, and he says that one day it could cure everything from paralysis to blindness. Now, I'm going to explain all of this to you using the Galaxy Brain meme. Just think, starting off basic, and then I'm going to blow your mind. So step one, the basics. Our brains are made up of billions of neurons, cells with long, spindly arms that send messages via electrical spikes. Those spikes in electricity travel between neurons in a chain reaction, sending messages to the parts of our brain that control speech or movement, for example. When you move your arm, that action started as an electrical spike up here, which leads us to the second part of the Galaxy Brain meme, how Neuralink plans to read those electric spikes. According to Neuralink, your brain cells are kind of like electrical wiring, and rather than just having neurons sending electrical signals, those signals could be sent and received by a chip. Elon Musk unveiled Neuralink's implantable brain chip. The Link versions...
Okay. 1 John 2:26. These things I write to you for them that try to seduce you. Okay. Now, we got the lynch, the idea of that. Okay, that's one of the things. So being that I talked about the chip, I want to read the scriptures on that. And this is Revelations 13. And we're going to start at... We're going to start at 13, get to the point. Okay. And he do great wonders, so that he make fire come down from heaven and the earth. Let's go to 14. And deceive them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast. The beast is a system, okay? And we are actually in a Roman system right now. The United States ain't nothing but the Roman system. And we're actually still Roman. We still actually, people don't even know it, we're running under the Roman system, okay? That's the laws that we're considered, when you talk about their laws, the government laws, not the laws of the Most High, but it's under the Roman law, okay? And then it says, we're back at 14, and it says, saying to them that dwell on the earth that should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. The image of the beast should both speak. And the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. All right, that's literally. And at first they're gonna cut you off of your supplies. Okay, off of the things, government grants, all that other shit that you so-called depend on them for. If you don't abide by them, you're going to cut you off. Your medication, all of that. This is serious. And then it says, 16, and he calls all, both small, great, rich, and poor, free of bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay? A mark. And that no man might buy or sell, that save he that have the mark, or the name of the beast, of the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Here is wisdom. Let him that have an understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Okay? So it's a man. Okay? And we got to see what man is in rulership right now. Okay? What kind of man? He's a beast. Okay? And they sit, and these are first dealing with a lot of these bankers. But a lot of people, this is dealing with the bankers, people in high places, the elite. Okay? And then the people that's joined under them that want to live deliciously on the earth, they're going to be part of that. And they're going to be turning in people that's following Yahushua, who you can call Christ. So that's why I put that up for that. So don't be seduced by that. That's why that's why the rock, the foundation, is 1 John 2:26. Okay? And it says, 1 John 2:26, these things I have written for you, for them that seduce you. Okay? Now let's get to the little kids. What are they doing with the fundamental little kids? And there's plenty of other things. But this is what we're going to start with first. Okay, I guess I have to put here it is. Where are we at? Look at this. This is unacceptable to the Lord.
Sometimes it can feel that trying to figure out who you are is a race, where you need to find your own identity as quickly as possible. But that's not true. Life is an adventure, and you don't have to do it alone. You have a whole community to back you up. From gay to pansexual, cis to non-binary, no matter how you identify, there is a wide spectrum of people that understand what you're going through. Over the years, people in the LGBTQ+ movement have consistently fought for their rights. In 1969, LGBTQ+ people led a series of demonstrations called the Stonewall Riots. In one of the biggest, spontaneous, most important displays of LGBTQ+ pride and defiance ever, a whole new generation of people were helped to see that it's okay to not conform to traditional views of gender. In the 70s, the Gay Liberation Front was established in the UK.
Okay, that's one. Okay. That's indoctrinating your kids, man. And the funny thing about it, the world accepts that. And not the world, but it's putting that in to confuse the children. Children don't need to know nothing about this, man. That's being indoctrination. That's indoctrination. Okay? So they say that the world is built from the Lord. Okay, that they go by and God we trust, but let's see what does the Bible say about that? Okay, we got to touch on this stuff. See, you get mad with this, you got to get mad with the Bible, man. Don't get mad with me. This has got nothing to do with me. Well, it does because I follow him, the Lord. But I'm saying as far as where's it at? 2013. Leviticus 2013. These are the laws on that. So clearly we have a generation of rules and regulations that's not going by the traditional laws of the Most High. This is something new that came in. Okay? So what is that? Leviticus 2013. How I got to this. And if a man also lie with mankind as he lie with the woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood should be upon them. And listen to this. We're not just touching on that. We're touching on everything. If a man takes a wife and her mother, it is wickedness. So you see guys even talking about dealing with the mother and the daughter. That's wicked shit, man. And if a woman approaches into any beast, oh, now you got women that can say they can sleep with dogs and animals. Okay, come on, man. This is crazy. So 1 John 2:26. Let's go back over that. This is the foundation, man. 1 John 2. So don't be deceived. These things have I written unto you concerning them that seduce you, trick you, mislead you. Let's do the seduce. What does seduce means? The word seduce is only used in the Bible in its general meaning of to lead astray, to cause to error. Okay, that's it. You don't need no more of that. to cause us to stray. So these things and these laws that they're putting out is to cause you to astray. Because the real laws that you need to be worrying about are the laws of the Most High, not the laws of men. And then I had somebody say I'm judgmental. I'm very judgmental. How the hell I'm judgmental when I'm speaking of what the Lord is speaking of? How am I judgmental? I had that on my comment board. Somebody put, "Oh, you very judgmental." How am I judgmental when I'm speaking of this? Okay, so now let's go to Matthew. Let's read that. And Yahweh answered and said unto them, "Take heed that no man deceive you." What are the things that they're gonna how the world is gonna deceive you? What is the trickery that they're gonna use? Okay. For many shall come in my name, saying, "I am Christ." Ignorantly, we will know his real name is Yahweh, and shall deceive many. Deceive many. What are the ways that we already looked up seduce, right? So what are the ways they're going to deceive you? See, this is a spiritual calling, man. This is a spiritual thing. And we know that when it comes to, I'm going to read that next, 2 Ezra 6 and 8 in Apocrypha. Okay? Because the broad path is destruction. And many walk into that. And we're going to get that next to the Apocrypha. And it says, as you shall hear, no, where are we at? Let's take it slow. For many shall come into my name, saying, "I am Christ," and shall deceive many. We will know his name is Yahweh. And you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Aren't you hearing that now? Aren't you hearing that now for those who don't believe in the Bible? And you don't have to say you're an atheist just by saying you don't believe in the Bible. You're also showing that you don't believe in the Bible when you're going against contrary to what the Bible say. That's how we know that you don't believe in the Bible. Because with the Bible, there's rules and regulations and principles. So you have to deal with those principles. You can't deal with it the way you want to deal, on and off. The Lord doesn't deal with a nigga straddling the fence. You're in it or you're not. The nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, pestilence, and earthquakes in diverse places. Are we not seeing that? This is a white man book. Shut the hell up. All these are the beginning of sorrows. All these are the beginnings of sorrows. Are you not seeing these things? Are these not the beginning of sorrows? Let's hit that. Sorrows. This niggas is crazy. Talking about this book ain't real. You niggas is superficial. Sorrow. Pain, consuming, grief, distress, whether of body or mind, is used of the latter. Romans 9 and 2. Get that. That I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart. Read that, 1 Timothy 6 and 10. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. So what is sorrows? Distress. What did it say? Read it again. Grief, sorrow. Consuming grief. Have we not seen consuming grief? And he said, this ain't real. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you. What? Shall kill you. So right now, I'm laying my life on the front line and many others, because in that due time, it's many evildoers or many people that's against the Bible than there's many people that's with the Bible. So you know that I have to be a vanguard, and many others have to be a vanguard, because if we really know what we're into, death, it could be the sentence for us. Yeah. Just like the old times, for some of these guys were martyred. Did you see how some of these prophets died? A sorrowful, pitiful death, just to give you the gospel of truth. But spiritually live. You don't know what you're into. You Christians don't know what you're into. You people that say you believe, you don't know what you're into. Okay? Because right now, what the church lets in, the church pays people mostly the money. So the church is not even teaching the sound doctrine of the Bible. They're letting anything and anybody in for filthy lucre's sake, for lasciviousness. Oh my God. Oh Lord, let's keep on. Then shall you deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. A lot of us right now is going through that. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And then shall many be offended. I've been stabbed in the back so many times. Literally, I have got stabbed and so forth, so-called spiritually, with family members and everything. This ain't nothing new. That's why I say bring it on, because I know that I'm doing good. I'm walking the straight gate. And I ain't scared. I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. You know? But I do realize, all jokes aside, and the ones that's into this could be death. Because think about it, you're already dead, spiritually dead, when you come into this. You're going to be an outcast of your family. They ain't going to understand you. And this is the way of the elect walks. This is his path. Lonely. I'm so lonely. But you got real friends, brothers in the truth. And you got the real family members that love you, that work with you, and that respect what you're doing. And they understand they understand your position and your disposition. And they ain't trying to interfere with that. But it's the ones that's trying to interfere with that. That's the problem. Because we all have flaws in our family. You might have a crackhead in your family. You may have a brother that's done upstate in your family. We all have that. Okay? Long as they're not bringing you into some evil ways to do some crazy stuff, you know what I'm saying? You might still see them at a family function, but if the shit gets sticky, we got to cut them off. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. And then it says, and because iniquity, oh my God, I don't mean, oh Lord. And it says, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. Yeah. And shall hate one another. Me and my wife done sit down and chill with certain family members. We haven't done nothing to them, but try to show them love. And at first, we didn't go to any of the functions that they have given or anything like that, because we just didn't do it. Okay, then one function that they gave, we said, let's just, let's just do it. It didn't turn out too good. It seemed like they loved us more when they didn't see us. And I'm just speaking the truth. Ain't no love lost for them, but it seemed like they loved us more when they didn't see us. But as soon as we appeared with them, they really was trying to figure us out. It just didn't turn out right. And it's going to be like that, y'all. To whoever, this is for somebody who needs to listen. It's going to be like that. When you walk in this truth, this is a battlefield, man. You got to watch out for minds. You got to watch your step. But you got to lead by, let the Lord lead you by faith. You got to have that faith, man. That's the only way you're going to get through. Everything we've touched this year through the pandemic and everything, it's been through faith. And I've seen the Lord work through faith. That is a true testimony. And a testimony means that nobody can take that away from you because you walked it. You seen it. You visualized. You experienced it. I experienced my wife talking about, they saying cancer died in 3 months. We've been together, married for 20 years. Die in 3 months. It was a time that they had to get blood transfusion. Would not take it. Stem cells would not take it. Walking miles now through faith. The Lord make you walk miles around tracks. Walk paths. He don't give that to everybody. And we figure it out. They jealous. Family members just people, family members, outsiders, people, period. They'll just be jealous just because the way you walk, the way you live. They want to break you. They want to make you do something vile. But if you do something vile, then niggas will come together. If the family's bickering, I seem like when me and the family was bickering and we was going through something, you have more family members getting in touch with you with that than they are when it's quiet. You don't hear me though. 1 John 2:26. These things I have written for them that seduced you. Keep on. It says, and because, no, we're skipping. Let's go back to 10. This is Matthew 24:10. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. You be like, what did I do to them? Why did they do that to me? What did you ignorant you call Christ just told you? What did I tell you in 1 John 2:26? What did Yahweh say in his own words? This is written in red. This is straight out of his mouth when you see it written in red. This is straight from him. This is his words. Read it again. And then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. I have written this for them that seduce you. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Oh, my Lord. Read that again. And because the iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. If this Bible ain't the truth, if this Bible ain't the life, if this Bible is not your first love, if the Bible, when I mean the Bible, the words that's in it, the divine interpretation is given to men to survive on earth because the latter days what's going to partake on him and the thing that's going to happen to him, and he's going to see what's going to happen to him and around what the government going to do, you a dead man walking. That's what a lot of you are. You're dead. See, when you enter this, you're dealing with people that's dead men walking. You on another path. You on the light. They in the dark. They can't see what you can't see. They can't share the same spot as you. They're not even supposed to be at the same table as you. We are not. You are not our equal. You are not our equal. You are not our equal. Because the spiritual man judges all things, therefore he cannot be judged. You are not my equal. They be like, who the hell do he think he is? That's what the Christians will say. Who the hell he think he is? You ain't my equal. I'm better than you. I'm better than you. Yeah. And if you call yourself better than me because the things that you have, the riches you have, and the money you have, and the parties that you have, that's according to the world, you're not better than me. You're spiritually dark. Okay. And because iniquity shall abound, what does that mean? Because iniquity shall abound. Let's just, we're going to read that into another section. Nope. Because iniquity shall abound. Let's see how this goes. Go on. Wait. Okay, this is NLT. Watch this. Wait, the King James Version says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Now let's break it down simpler so you can really get what it says. NLT. Sin will be rampant everywhere, and the love of many will grow cold. Is sin rampant everywhere? Is sin rampant everywhere? Oh my. Oh Lord. Let's see. Let's go to RSV version. And because wickedness is multiplied, most men love will grow cold. Whoo! And then it says NAT. And because lawlessness will increase so much. Where's the crime going on? Gang banging, car robbery, shooting on an all-time high. Okay? All these curriculums being introduced to our kids. And because lawlessness will increase so much, the love of many will grow cold. Oh my God. Let's just go. And then it says, but this is why we the vanguards. Okay? This is why we the vanguards. Them men out on the highway and byway that you laugh and mock. You okay? As soon as like you had IUIC and IUSPK arguing and fighting or whatever like that, you niggas love folly for stuff like that. But get me tell you this, even among Israel will make mistakes with each other. The Lord said he would be in tensions on it. So don't get so entitled with that. Look at this. This is not the truth, or these guys are wrong. This is a gang. No. They're allowed to make errors too. Just like the Catholic churches make errors by what? Homosexuality and and pedophilia. Right? And they still want to have the biggest masses. The biggest organization still. So even though you might have men in the truth and stuff like that, the certain men do go off too. But that doesn't mean you get rid of the whole culture, because this is a culture, this is a way of life. This ain't religion. So you might see other camps going against each other. You've seen that biblically in the biblical times with Israel fighting against Israel. When you see when Benjamin was getting fought against the other tribes. So stop hawking into that so much. Was it off? Was it wrong? Yes, it was. But this is why you got to get that mentality out of your mind as a Christian. Like, oh, look at them. They might not be telling the truth. These Israelites is fighting against each other. Oh, my God. This is supposed to take place. Did you not read the words of Yahweh? I come, think not that I come to cause peace on earth, but I come to cause, think not that I come to cause peace on earth, but I don't want to chop it up, but you got it. You know what I mean. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. We're going to go through trials and tribulations. This ain't not an easy walk, but we got to stand on this.
who going to be the new boss, the head honcho. He's going to be the HNIC and kind of be running things over there. And I thought that was really interesting. I'm not surprised.
I never liked him ever since Kevin Samuels passed away. I don't even know why he even popped up. I blocked him. It says, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. You got that? And the last scripture is 2 Timothy 2:13. Second Timothy 3:13. But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived. Oh my, see, okay, what the 1 John 2:26 says, these things I have written for them that try to seduce you. This is the time, a lot of times, of deceiving and seduce many antichrists. Curriculum. Introduce starting with the kids, the mind of the kids, breaking up happy homes. Marriage is not even at the all-time high. Marriage is looked as frowned upon. You don't see something wrong with that? So-called black Israelite Native American men being gunned down on the street, but the number one agenda to make the world a better place is gay pride. Are you fucking kidding me? Pamela Harris goes all the way to Africa to ask them about, letting that doctrine in worldwide. When you got black males and black women, so-called black male and black women being incarcerated and killed and gunned down on the street, and you talking about we worrying about a pride with what goes down in somebody's sexuality in their bed, and then to write a book about it to give to the fucking kids? You talking about technology is on all-time high. This is what the chip that I showed you. So why is that not being preached in some of you camps? That's laying down right now. Technology is an all-time high. These things I have written for you, for them to seduce you. These things shall come, and then this gospel shall be preached around all the kingdom. Then the earth will come. Rumors of war. Y'all niggas don't see that going. Yeah, y'all don't see it because y'all in the dense darkness. The Lord got an iron cast over your eyes, so you don't see it. Yeah, I forgot about that. You don't see that. But evil men and seducers, you got niggas that got a couple, they married, right? Then they want to do switch and bait with the wife. And the husband switch and bait. They want to try different things. If my wife wanted to sleep with another man, she got to stay with that other man. Who wants somebody else that's been tampered with? Another man semen all up in it, and then you go back in it. That don't sound gross to you? They want to bait and switch. The mother will sleep with the girlfriend's boyfriend, and them, and we seen. I did videos on that, and that's okay. What are we doing here? You know why? Because the laws are slacked in the earth right now. The biblical laws. That's how countries in the world falls apart when there's no spiritual laws in place. Spiritual laws are being walked upon and frowned upon. Things that's ordained by the Most High, and he stated what was ordained by him. A man and a woman. He ordained what stands by him as about these commandments. He said, teach these to your little kids. What do you think the frontlets was for? The phylacteries. What do you think the borders are blue for? Numbers 15:38. Because these things I have written to you for them that shall seduce you. Because we know in the times that the latter days, it was going to be turned up, rampant. And niggas ain't going to know which way to go. But the ones that follow the Lord, that shall endure forever, They gonna know which way to go. Stand in your lot. Let's read on. And then it says, let me read 13 again, man. But evil men, so if you ain't following this, evil man or evil woman, evil men, but evil men and seducers, see that word seducers? Oh, seducers. We gotta, I know you might know it. We gotta go for the one that's not edified, that don't like looking up stuff. I'm gonna be a baby for you. I'm gonna go to the baby stuff. So, cause that's how you get understanding. You don't always have to go through the big stuff. Seducers. Let's see what it says.
Strong's G 1114. Guys.
Okay, what does it say? A weller, a howler, a juggler, enchanter, because incarnations used to be uttered in a kind of howl. What the That's like witchcraft. What the heck? See, this is what I'm talking about. And when you're a part of these things, you have your hand in that. That's why you're being seduced. You're being possessed. Read that again. A weller, a howler, a juggler, an enchanter, because incarnations used to be uttered in a kind of howl. So these niggas is chanting? Oh, a deceiver, imposter. Hold on. Watch this. Properly, a wizard, as muttering spells. That's it. All praises due to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. Amen.